guys, it's Mamey. I hope you are well. Today I wanted to discuss with you the books that I read at the Booktube-A-Thon 2017. So we'll do a little Booktube-A-Thon wrap up today. 3 of these books I've already posted videos about, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about those. But first, before I go into that, I wanted to thank Ariel for hosting this challenge. It was so much fun. I did not participate in the daily challenges of the posting of the challenge like everybody, like many of you did. But it was so much fun to watch how you guys, some of you are so creative. Karen from, I think her name was Karen from Run Right Reads. Oh my goodness, she's so creative in all of her videos, not just the videos from Booktube-A-Thon, but for all of her videos are really fun. I'll link her channel below, and I mean, I had so much fun. It was just a lot of fun. I was smiling the whole time watching all these videos, and it was a fun challenge. So thank you to Ariel for hosting. I hope that you do it again next year. Maybe I'll be more experienced and be able to do a little bit more next year, but we'll see. So anyways, the first 3 books that I have, I've already discussed in more detail on my channel in previous videos. So the first book I read for the Booktube-A-Thon, well actually, this was the first one that I read because I had just started it like the day before Booktube-A-Thon. So I don't know if technically it counts, but I was only like 10 pages in, so I did count it. It's Here Comes the Sun by Nicole Dennis-Ben, which you know how I loved it. It was a fantastic book. So I read this the first day or 2 of Booktube-A-Thon. And then I read The Shawl by Cynthia Ozick. Again, Russell recommended this book. It was wonderful. And then Pobby and Diggin' I read for Booktube-A-Thon. And then 2 books that I haven't discussed yet on my channel that I'll go into a little bit of detail was Seed by Lisa Heathfield. This is the same author that wrote Paper Butterflies that I read with the gals from # on the booktube shelf. And I loved that book, so I had to pick up her other book. And this was fantastic. I gave it 4.5 stars only because the topic, the subject matter infuriates me. Okay, these people, they live kind of on a commune, and I don't like to judge people by their lifestyle. You know that. But the way that these men brainwash these women to consider them gods and to just want to be their companions, it made me sick. They took advantage of these young gals and the stories that they tell them and their customs and their beliefs, and it was all about Mother Nature, and Mother Nature would tell Papa S, he was the head guy, Mother Nature would tell Papa S certain things that had to be done in their family, he would call it, and oh, you guys, it was disgusting. I mean, it was such a good book, don't get me wrong. The book was wonderful. Highly recommend it. I love Lisa Heathfield's writing. I feel like I'm there, and I feel like, I mean, she gets all of my emotions going, the same way she did in Paper Butterflies. I feel the same way about this. All my emotions are going. I'm sitting there, screaming because of the circumstances, and I want to slap some of the girls. And I did put a little tab because one of the girls, the main character, this is what she writes about. One of the girls says, "To be Papa S's companion, it's what we all dream of." I was like, oh, gross. Whatever. Anyways, I did read this on for Booktube-A-Thon, and this did meet the challenge of a person on the cover, so I read that. That was one of the challenges for Booktube-A-Thon. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a minute. And then this one I read outdoors. This is The Arrival by Sean Tam. I have never read, well, I'm sure I did when I was a kid, but as an adult, I haven't read any graphic novels or picture books of any sort. So I saw this on Russell's channel again, and it looked intriguing. So I picked it up, and I loved it. It was so good. It was very, sad, not sad, but it was you know, relocating to a foreign land and not knowing the language and not knowing the customs and not knowing, you know, your way around. This was the story of that and how you meet people and how you acclimate yourself to your new surroundings. It was really well done, and the drawings, the artwork in it, oh my goodness, it is so beautiful. I wish I had an ounce of artistic ability in me because I do not. My stick people don't even look like stick people, but this artist, oh, you guys, it's absolutely stunning. I wish I could I could show you pictures, but they're not going to do it justice on camera. I mean, can you see this guy here? I don't know if you can see it, but I don't know. It was just absolutely beautiful, fantastic. I read this outside. It took me longer than most people, I'm sure, because I was so engrossed in the drawings. I actually studied some of the drawings, how did they do that? I do that sometimes, okay, I see the strokes and how they actually do it. So I really took my time. So I sat outside. It was so nice last weekend. It wasn't humid here at all. It was high 70s, low 80s. It was perfect. A little breeze. The sun was out, but it wasn't scorching where you're can't breathe. It was so nice. So I read this outside. And that was I read 5 books. I know that you're supposed to read 7, but I read 5, and actually 2 of them were quite small. So I'm not sure if that even, if that is considered eligible to meet. But let's see, what was the other one? Oh, the one that I read in one day. Well, actually, I read this in one day, and then I read this in one day too. So that met one of the challenges. Then the person on the cover was this one, and then the one outside was the Arrival. So I don't know. It was fun. I had a really good time. So thank you all for watching. I hope you are well, and leave me a comment down below and let me know what you are reading or what you have read for the Booktube-A-Thon 2017. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.